Calling all cars, calling all cars. Be on the lookout for Johnny Dangerously and two accomplices in a black sedan. I repeat, in a black sedan.
Black sedan, huh? We'll just see about that. Come on, shelf paper.
Whale, whale, whale. Back again, are we? I knew you'd turn up eventually. If I left that food outside for you. Anyway, hey. You know, I did this whole thing, this whole ass thing about what I wanted to talk about paint or color on this fine unit, and it was like 23 minutes long, and I still don't even think I covered all the points that I wanted to cover. So we're gonna catch up real quick, and we're gonna streamline this shit. Before I get into what this whole episode is about, I wanted to show you guys what I've done with the scaffolding since the last time I saw you. I hope you can hear me over my biggest fan. Isn't that thing cool? Look at the frame rate. That's sick. Anyway, I don't know if I made these, but since you watch the shorts, you know all about those, because I know you watch the shorts because you like me and you want to like my channel to do good. So you know about those, but then I made these up here, which are like a larger version of those guys, which were not quite as much of a ball leak, but God, they were close. So same deal. Same, big complicated weirdness on the bottom that goes into like 17 different things, and that one just like clicks into place. That one fits nice. Former customer gave me this thing. He said it came from manufacturing plant, McDonnell Douglas aircraft manufacturing plant in St. Louis, Missouri in like the 1940s, like World War II type stuff. I've never seen another one like it. I love that thing. Such a cool thing. Such a neat fan. Anyway. Did those two things over here, so matchy match on this side, and I'll be honest with you, I'm running out of magnets because I started this back section too, and now everything has just got magnets in it.
Yeah, bitch! Magnets! Oh!
But we got that front section. I brought that X piece down from behind where the verticals in the roll cage get into that harness bar. I brought this X member down from this side to here, so it's down to this joint here. Same over here. Oh yeah, also, I think we've landed on not so much a choice, but a lack of options as to where this boy's gonna live. But I think that guy's gonna live right there, which is gonna be cool. It clears everything. I started on my roof, so this is all the one piece here, and that goes from the top of that harness, the tarp of that vertical piece. Gives me a little headroom, and then down into just onto this front hoop here, and we're going to X across this way. But if you guys remember when we first started this awesome project, I had bought like 120 feet of an 1 5/8 chromoly round tube to do this with, and thought I had bought too much, and that was going to be more than I'd ever need. And then I ran out and had to go buy 40 more feet of it, and thought, well, that's way too much. That's surely more than I'm going to need. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers. That's all that's left out of 160 feet now, other than this thing over here where I screwed up this bend. But that actually, only that crushed piece right there is going to be junk. This I'm going to make into some floor bracing, so that all is not lost there. But man, I'm down to that many tubes. So that means almost 160 feet. And of course, I mean, other than the basket of errors, we probably got 140 feet tubing in this so far, give or take, so about 140 pounds of round tubing, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that's where we're at chassis wise, and armed with a list so I don't just ramble for the rest of my life, and a handy timer. Brace yourselves, because we're going to talk about paint. Right, on second thought, fuck that list, it's just making it worse. But we'll do that. So, 3 most popular questions I get asked about this car the most are: 1, what are you going to put in it for an engine? Why the fuck are you going to do that? What are you going to do for paint? And then following what are you going to do for paint, it's usually, are you going to paint it something nice or leave it patinaed? Okay, so if this were patinaed, man, I'd love it. I'd love to leave it. but it's not. It's rust. Somebody at one point sanded off all the side panels and it rusted, and that sucks, but that's not my problem. It wasn't my car when that happened. I don't get to talk shit. This, my dudes, that's patina. That's original black. That's original 1930, as far as I can tell anyway, because it's right. There's metal, there's a primer type situation, and this looks like the black original paint from the factory. So in a perfect world, this would have the body dents and dings and shit that it's got, and it's original paint. Not sure if you guys have noticed, but it's not a perfect world. So this is what we have to work with. Normally, you would just sand this whole thing down, start from scratch, do all of the body, you'd etch prime it, do all the body work, prime it, block it, paint it, clear it, buff it, cut it, buff it. Robert's your father's brother, ready to rock and roll. Huge time investment, huge money investment in something that I can't see from the inside of the car, which sort of annoys me. And also, problem with doing that, with doing beautiful, nice paint, and don't mistake me, folks, I like paint. I like to paint shit. I like shit to be painted. My problem is, I usually pick the wrong color at least once and have to repaint everything in my life. So I don't want to have to commit to a color for the rest of my life. Sorry, I lost the thread there for a second. So my problem with doing everything beautiful paint, besides the fact that I'm sure to pick the wrong color at least once and then be stuck having to figure out how to redo it, is that if your paint is beautiful and everything is perfect and flawless, all of your stuff that is not, it really tends to do two things at the same time. It makes your kind of scuffy, worn-in stuff look really bad by comparison to your really beautiful and nice paint. And it also makes your really beautiful and nice paint look really bad in comparison to your kind of scuffy shit. So you have to either, right, like this is the girl that came with the car, but it shows it's a girl that came with the car, right? It shows its age, and I don't want to have it fixed because that's silly. But like, if you're not going to do all of it, doing just the body I think is a really bad idea, because I think it's really expensive and going to look bad. So I also don't want to just throw, I toyed with the idea of just like single staging it in black, but I think that's like the minimal effort route, and I think that would look just as bad. That's way too rat rod, and I hate it. So what I would like to do with this kind of accomplishes hopefully all of the things that I want. Is there's this company called Dip Your Car, and they make a particular line of products called Proline that you apply with an HVLP gun. It's not like the stuff that you get at the home store that you dip your pliers handles in, or the stuff that goes on with like they've got a turbine type sprayer. This stuff goes on with a real paint gun. For all I can tell, it looks an awful lot like a really heavy primer, and it's a peelable, sprayable thermoplastic. So I'm gonna try to knock all the loose rust and junk and shit off of this, hit this with their high build primer a few times in the rough places, give it a couple of extra coats. I've got a blue black, I've got a matte or a satin clear, and I've got a really cool color changing pearl that I want to try that goes from like a real dark green to a dark purple, like this guy that's been up here, but not this much pearl per clear. I want to do less. So mostly black. I want to see what it looks like, see how the stuff goes on, see if it looks stupid covering minimal body work, right? Does it look really dumb? Does it look cool? Do I want to see what it looks like in white? Bet your ass I want to see what it looks like in white. I think that would be awesome. But I think rather than just like flat black in it, I think a satin dark color, a black, a gray, a blue. They sell a really nice, they being Dip Your Car, sell a really nice top coat to go over their black that's like a various kind of frosted metallics and stuff. So kind of a new BMW, new European kind of car look, and a dark gray or dark blue or something like that might be really cool. That might kind of fit the sort of aesthetic we have going, but still be kind of a flat, hot rod type looking shit. That might be neat, and I would like to experiment with some of that. So rather than, spending thousands and hundreds of hours, I'd like to spend hundreds and dozens of hours maybe, and I think this might work. And they say the stuff holds up for a couple of years, so if it can stay a color for a couple of years and I gotta peel it and change it and put duckies and bunnies underneath.
Johnny, we've been spotted! Peel the next layer!
That's all good, and I think that would be cool. That appeals to me, being able to change it. Appeals. Also, I'm gonna drive the damn wheels off this thing, so it's gonna get scratched. It's gonna get scratched, and it's gonna get hit, and it's gonna get smacked, and people are gonna touch it. As much as I hate it when they do, they're gonna, and I don't wanna have to worry about it. Because that's a dumb thing to have to worry about. It sucks, and what happens when you have to worry about shit like that is the car doesn't get used because you worry about your $5,000 paint job going away in a series of rock scratches, right? Or the first dickhead that leans on it at a car show. Not like I go to car shows, but bear with me, it's a valid example. So I want to give this a shot. What do you guys think? Good idea, bad idea? Let me know, honestly, let me know what you think. I'm putting my very small budget where my very big mouth is, and I want to try this, and I've paid for it myself. This is not a sponsorship yet, just because I'm curious and I want to see what happens. So again, money, mouth, dip, car, change, color, thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. I think this is going to be rad. I think it has the potential, if it doesn't just fucking suck and look really stupid, to check all the boxes I want it to check, which makes me suspicious. But I'm gonna go ahead with it anyway, because like I said, I already bought this shit. So, you guys on board? Am I being a moron? Do you want to see like a whole thing about it? You want me to film the whole thing, or do you want me just to do it and then come back and tell you? Let me know, honestly. We're experimenting here, and we're gonna figure this shit out together. Well, I mean, I'm going to figure it out. If you're here, you know what I mean. But that's kind of my thoughts, is I can kind of take one for the team on this and see what it's worth. See how that Pro line works. See how it comes out of a spray gun. See what the color looks like. You know, see what happens when you rub your butt on it. I'll check all these things. I'll try these things for you. So, let me know. Let me know what you think. And that's what we're going to do. How are we doing, kids? Where are we at? Oh, look at that. That's look at that. That means to me, it's about time to wrap it up. What do we have for him, Johnny? Well, every member in the audience today is going to get a version of our home game. Go watch Johnny Dangerously if you get a chance, if you can find it, which you probably can't, because I looked and I couldn't find it. Great movie. You know your last name's an adverb. Anyway, like and subscribe. Do the shit. Dip your car. Suck on a... Anyway, see you next time.
Calling all cars, calling all cars. Be on the lookout for... Now listen to this. Dangerously and accomplices dressed as nuns, driving a sedan covered with... Oh, you'll love this. Duckies and bunnies. Calling all cars, calling all cars.